Welcome to the Electric Current Rundown Podcast, episode number 59. And I'm your host, Phil DeFines, and I'll always say I'm here to encourage the spread of intriguing knowledge that can spark fires in the minds of those seeking inspiration and truly improving the world. And what I'm going to be talking about in this episode includes a topic about short stories. And then I'm going to talk about a topic from my girlfriend, about how to improve your intelligence in relation to nostalgia and related things. So, okay, now, I'm going to start it off on short stories. When it comes to short stories, think about it this way. I mean, a lot of people don't like to read long novels, even myself. And, I mean, what's a short story? It could be a short novel, or it could be articles. I mean, me, myself, I don't even really read too many short stories, but I read some. Not too often, but a little bit, especially in light of something else I'm about to add later while talking about this. But, regardless, I mean, I do read articles. I mean, obviously I do because, I mean, where am I coming up with these topics for these episodes? Obviously, I'm reading articles, and some of these articles are really long for an article. I mean, there's some articles out there that are quick reads that are like 5 minutes, while other articles are long reads that are like almost a whole hour of reading, like a mini novel, just like what I'm talking about, a short story. So, yes, and I mean, some of these long articles literally are like a short story, the same kind of thing. So, I mean, that's funny too. So, I mean, I guess you could say when it comes to those long articles, I can include them in regards to short stories. But, I mean, that's the whole point I'm talking about in general. I mean, if you don't want to read a whole novel, like a long novel, like a 400-page novel or a 150-page novel, at the least, I mean, it's a good idea to read short stories. I mean, because why? Because reading is actually good for you. It makes you smarter. I mean, it expands your vocabulary, and then experiencing certain stories with unique perspectives written by some authors, like this author or that author, and that's also important too because different authors have different writing styles. So, I mean, seeing like the writings of different authors can actually be good too, because then you get different perspectives, different ways of talking to, like when it comes to literature, and it expands your own vocabulary. Like I said, like all those things are beneficial to like anyone, and that's why reading is important. So that's why I'm saying like short stories can be a really good idea. I mean, think about it too. Like, it reminds me of a previous episode I did about how you can actually get yourself reading more, because like, I mean, think about it like from that aspect, like I did on that previous episode about like social media. That's like a trick you can do, like replace your social media viewing habits with reading books. Like, okay, I'm gonna continue on that in a moment, but first I'm gonna go on this quick break. And on this break, I'm going to say everybody likes really good designs, as well as knowing their online order will come quickly. Go to planebold.com to get the designs you desire. Your order will come quick like you expect. And while you want quick delivery, you'll have patience for your order, because when it does come, you'll be in love with the product you get, because you'll love it with such good designs as I got at my store. That's plain, like airplane, planebold.com. But either way, so I mean, so like, just think about it. When you're on social media, like, you're going through all this information, like memes and things that your friends post. Well, I mean, you get a bunch of information and you absorb a bunch of information on totally different topics. Well, I mean, why not spend your time instead reading short stories? I mean, the thing I was talking about in that episode was more so related to longer novels. But if you don't want to read longer novels, I mean, at the least, Uh, why don't you replace that time that you spend on social media instead going to reading short stories? Because, I mean, like I said, I mean, reading short stories is a good thing for you. It could make you more intelligent. I mean, it's so true. Don't you want to have a bigger vocabulary? And don't you want to, like, think about things in different ways? I mean, getting just like viewpoints from different authors and different experiences in those kinds of writings, it could actually open up your mind to different perspectives. And then next thing you know, like in your own personal experiences, you start thinking in different ways than you would have if you hadn't had read those kinds of short stories. So, like, I mean, that could make you more intelligent in more than one way. I mean, having a bigger vocabulary and also viewing things in different perspectives. I mean, it definitely is a good thing. So, I mean, you should really get into that kind of thing. Because, I mean, I do similar things when it comes to reading these long articles, definitely. And then there's another thing. I mean, my girlfriend, she actually writes short stories. She started with poetry, but nowadays she's also doing short stories. So I love reading her short stories. Maybe in the future, I'll advertise a little bit of her short stories. But, I mean, I'm not going to do that now. But either way, that's a really cool thing, too. And I like reading her short stories. But yeah, I mean, even the articles I read, like some of them, they like, and I mean, I'm telling you, like reading these kinds of stories, including from my own girlfriend, as well as these articles I read that are basically short stories, like these long articles, holy, they actually open up my mind too. I mean, I'm talking out of personal experience right here. I'm not just giving you some kind of theoretical. Like reading these kinds of things actually open up my mind to different perspectives. And it even, like I said, when it comes to vocabulary, I mean, just reading some of these, like, more complicated words that I haven't been using more frequently, I mean, that I haven't been using more recently, I meant, up till, like, these days, because, like, you know, I wasn't really reading that much until I started reading articles like these really long ones. Yeah, before I did this podcast, I wasn't reading that much at all, except for like self-help books. But like, I mean, some of these articles, like the sophisticated English that they were using, like really brought back some of these long words that I hadn't been using. So that I'm talking out of personal experience. And so, I mean, just because I have had positive aspects personally, and I've read information about that before too, and I'm telling you, it's true. It's not just some theoretical, it's an actual fact. I've experienced it, and since I feel this way, I see it happening in my own life. I suggest if you haven't been reading short stories, you really should be. I mean, at the least, if you're not going to read long novels. But okay, so now I'm going to switch topics after this quick break. But on this quick break, I'm going to say riding a motorcycle like thunder on a highway is like a dream. Gripping handlebars, cool wind, gorgeous views. What life's about is soul food. Look good while doing it. Get great motorbike clothing at planebold.com. That's plain like airplane, planebold.com. So, okay. To finish off on this episode, I'm going to switch topics to this topic from my girlfriend, and that's interesting because I even mentioned her in the last topic. But this topic from my girlfriend is about how to improve your intelligence in regards to things like nostalgia. I mean, like re-experiencing things from your childhood and younger years, including movies from then and watching them again. I mean, that's so true. It's actually based on some scientific knowledge too. I mean, I've heard of this before, and she reminded me about it, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, just thinking about it, like watching some movies. I'm not talking about like things that were made for children, like I don't know, like even TV, like Sesame Street. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you to watch Sesame Street again, or some of those really childish, like, Disney movies, but, like, some things that you watched when you were young that can actually be watched by both adults as well as children, like things like that. And then other things too, like, I mean, like, like even going to restaurants in your hometown, which I even mentioned in a recent episode, like re-experiencing your childhood. All sorts of different ways. Just think about it. If you re-experience your childhood, it actually makes you more intelligent because it brings back those memories, and then suddenly, like, it expands your understanding of yourself. But okay, I'm going to continue on that topic because I have a few more things to say about it during my next episode. But that's the end of this episode right here, episode number 59 of the Electric Current Rundown. And that's me, your host, Phil Defiance. And I'll always say I'm here to encourage the spread of intriguing knowledge that can spark fires in the minds of those seeking inspiration and truly improving the world. And till next time, have a good one.